year, new coach, new regime, same dead offense. Bills fans' hopes were riding high this year with a new coach, new general manager, and a little bit of a new attitude coming to Orchard Park. Chan Gailey, I hoped, would work his offensive magic. And you know what? It still showed. We stick with Trent Edwards. You get Captain checked down in a woeful offense again. We open the season against Buffalo's biggest rivals, those pesky fish from South Florida, the Miami Dolphins, who strut into Orchard Park and, imposed their will on defense throughout much of the game. I don't know if it was the Dolphins imposing their will or the Bills just going like this every time they snap the ball. I just wonder what Trent Edwards was thinking. All right, everybody in the huddle, everybody in the huddle. When they come out of the huddle, line up backwards. Let them run right over you, and then we'll raise the white flag. That way we'll get pity around here. Well, you know what? You don't get pity with me. Boy, only 1, 2, 3, 4 first downs in the first half alone. You only march past midfield a couple times. You use the big three, meaning the 3 running backs you got on the roster. C.J. Spiller, the #1 pick, who brought an aura of excitement to Orchard Park. And you know what? He was stone cold, but he was no rainbow, and I thought I knew you so well. Marshawn Lynch, he had a couple of nice runs, but you didn't use him much. Same thing with Bass Freddie Jackson. Used him a couple of times, but you didn't use him much. A measly 50 yards rushing. And also, Trent Edwards, a measly 139 yards passing. Total offense, including the 3 times Edwards got parked on his rear because of the woeful blocking of the offensive line. 166 total yards, and a lot of that was in the hurry-up mode in the fourth quarter when Buffalo finally showed a few signs of life, including that nice touchdown pass to Roscoe Parrish, the underused wide receiver when Jaron was around, but seems to have new life with Gailey. But it's the same story. New coach, new regime, same old dead offense. Trent Edwards, indecision, checking down a lot, not being able to go deep. Although when he did try to go deep, it seemed as though every time the offensive line just decided to raise the white flag because, defenders were in his face all day. Only 10 points. But the 3-4 defense definitely showed, even with a new style of defense, you could do pretty good. They actually did a pretty decent job against these fish. Brandon Marshall, the new recruit to the Dolphins, or I should say the prize new catch for the Dolphins. He did catch 8 balls, but he didn't go wild. Ricky Williams and Ronnie Brown didn't exactly run wild for the Dolphins. And this Bills bunch actually looked pretty decent. Although Pazlazny did go down with an injury, although it's only going to be 2-3 weeks. It's just the MCL, and you know what he was probably thinking. Quiet, Pazlazny. It's only 2-3 weeks. We'll still have you around. But if this offensive, and I mean offensive, look by the Bills is any indication, we're in for a long season. I hope the prognosticators of a lot of the previews are going to be wrong. A lot of them ranked Buffalo 31st or 32nd and dead last out of all the 32 NFL teams. But you know, maybe they're onto something. Boy, this Bills team looked pathetic Sunday, and I hope it's no harbinger of what's going to happen. It's Green Bay this coming week, Bills fans. We travel up to that big bastion of football, Lambeau Field, past the statue of Vince Lombardi, and past Packer greats like Bart Starr and Max McGee. But you know, this Bills team definitely lived up to the offensive moniker. Oh, woe is us Bills fans. I'm Ken Haas. That's my story. And good riddance. It's gonna be a long year, I think.